Hey yo! Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Wonder Woman, The Circle. Take a look at this cover right here. Now, The Circle consists of two stories. The first one, which consists of the majority of the book, is the Circle story. The second one is a random Green Lantern story. Now, the first story, The Circle, deals a lot with Wonder Woman's past, even before she was born. Now, Queen Hippolyta was creating this royal guard, these individuals that would watch over her no matter what. And she finally selects the people that would become the royal guard. And these girls are obsessed with Hippolyta, like deathly obsessed. They would do anything for her. Look at it this way. Think of Hippolyta as Twilight, and think of the royal guard as 14-year-old girls. I mean, that's how obsessed they are. It was ridiculous. And they would do anything for Hippolyta. And then words and news started to spread about Hippolyta having a child. And the Royal Guard didn't like this. They saw this child as a blasphemy to everything that the Amazons stood for. And while they can't attack Hippolyta directly because they love her so much and they don't want to hurt her, they thought, hey, might as well let's kill the kid. I mean, yeah, sure, we're screwing ourselves over, but it's for the better good of Queen Hippolyta and the better good of the Amazons. So they do so, and, well, Hippolyta defends herself and her child and basically locks up the Amazons. And they have been locked up since. Back to present day. In the present day, Wonder Woman has been fighting apes who have become her servants. There's a picture of the apes there. But also, Queen Hippolyta is the only one on Themyscira. If you remember anything from Amazon Attack, she's the only Amazon on there, with the exception of the Amazons that are locked away. In addition to that, a group of Nazis are going to attack Themyscira. Wonder Woman needs to go there, defend her mother, and also stop this whole big soldiers attacking the Queen and Wonder Woman kind of deal going out, because the soldiers break loose and they're quite pissed. I don't think they really wanted to attack Hippolyta, but they wanted to attack Wonder Woman. So you got the threats from the Royal Guard, and then you also got the threats from the Nazis. What's the interesting thing is the way that this story ends is kind of a cliffhanger, quite literally, cliffhanging. But I don't want to reveal the ending, but it kind of transcends into other Wonder Woman comics. So that was the Circle story. It has a lot to do with Wonder Woman's past, and it adds to her past, too. The second story is the Green Lantern story, which is a little random, but Wonder Woman, it starts off with Wonder Woman talking to Nemesis, and outright telling Nemesis, I love you, this is the bottom line, I'm giving you this bracelet, you can reciprocate my love, or you can choose not to. It's up to you. And Nemesis is kind of like dumbfounded. He doesn't know what to say. By the time he actually gets up words, Wonder Woman is gone. She travels to a random planet where some Green Lantern has gone crazy, and she tries her best to stop the Green Lantern from killing everyone. This story, it's not bad. It's not as good as the Circle story. However, it's okay. It's like a little fun, little extra in there. More or less, the interesting thing is the relationship between Nemesis and Wonder Woman is getting pretty hot and heavy and heating up. So that's kind of interesting. And like I said before, I like Nemesis and Wonder Woman together. I think they're a good couple, and just because they're so different from each other, they work so well. So on to the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Well, the first good is the art is fantastic. They're sticking with the same art that's been done with Wonder Woman in the past volumes, since the Infinite Crisis has ended, the 1 year later story. The story is solid. It is solid. You know, it doesn't have any plot holes. It doesn't have any mistakes. It's pretty solid. And it adds to the Wonder Woman history. Stories like this, Circle, and the Challenge of Artemis, and the contest, it constantly keeps on adding to Wonder Woman's history before she's actually Wonder Woman. And it keeps on adding to the Amazon history, too. Because, see, Wonder Woman is a character unlike any other. See, when you look at Batman, you got Batman and his history, but you don't really have the history of Gotham. You have the slum, but you really don't get the history of Gotham. With Wonder Woman, you get the history of the Amazons, too, which is a very essential part to her character. And this adds to the history, and a lot of other stories keep on adding to the history. So I like that also. And I also like the whole gig with the Royal Guard and Queen Hippolyta being there, and just everything worked out pretty well, and the action was pretty good too. The Green Lantern story was okay. I don't have complaints with it, but there's nothing really that stood out about it. Downsides to this. The only downside I can think about right off the top of my head was going into this, I thought this was going to be an absolutely amazing story because everyone pumped it up to be like a great story. It is a good story, but it's not an epic story. It's just a good self-contained story, which is fun, but I mean, it's nothing on the epic level that everyone is pushing it out to be. It's not my favorite of the Wonder Woman stories since the 1 year later, but it is good. Do I recommend picking it up? I would wait till trade paperback, but I would still pick it up because it is a fun story. You will like it, and more will happen from this. More will happen from this because the way it ended, you can see more shit is going to go down. So yeah, with that said, Wonder Woman Circle. Good story, not quite as good as everyone pumps it up to be, but it's still fun, and I think you'll still enjoy it. Get it when it comes out on paperback. With that said, this is Andrew saying peace out for now.